fourth grade, Mrs. Carbula here, and I am going to talk to you a little bit more about acrostic poetry. You got a little start the other day when you watched a little video that I had ready for you, and then you did a little practice in your poetry journal on page 7. So why don't you go ahead and get that out and then open up to page 7 and we'll talk about the practice that you did. And if you were frustrated or you didn't think it was very fun, don't feel bad, because the first day of anything is all just about practice and gaining some experience. Remember, I always say I want you to have confidence. So we all practice the same thing just to gain a little bit of confidence and just to give you a little background knowledge on it. And today is when it gets fun. You get to make some more choices and be much more creative. But let's just rewind a little bit and review what an acrostic poem is. If you look on the top of your page 7 there, it says an acrostic poem uses the letters in a topic word to begin each line. The lines in the poem describe the topic. So in this case, in our practice for today, the topic was school. Now that might not normally be a word that you would choose when given the opportunity to pick a word, but we all started with the same thing just for practice. So here I wrote out the things that I think of when I think of school. So first for S, I wrote the word scheduled because we definitely have a routine when it comes to school, right? So scheduled. I also chose the word creative for the letter C because I love how there are so many opportunities to be creative in school, whether it's writing a poem or doing art or finding a fun way to make math fun or exploring how batteries work in science class. There's so much creativity involved, and that's one of the things I love about school. So I put creativity. H, I said happy, and that might seem like kind of a cheesy word, but really school just makes me happy. I mean, I loved school as a kid. I went to college so that I could be in school all the time, and now I work in a school because I really just love it. I love seeing you guys at school. I love the work I get to do, and I love the teachers like Mrs. Granberg and Mr. Miller that I get to hang out with every day. So it really is my happy place. So I chose the word happy. For O, the first O I chose out for the summer because we don't go to school all year. We just go for 9 months and then we have summers off. And then now our learning looks a little different, doesn't it? We do a lot of online learning. So I chose that for the last few letters. Your poem might look totally different than this. You might have written longer sentences or phrases, or maybe all of yours were just one word. That's totally okay, because that's the cool thing about poems. It's so often, it gives you basic rules, but it's not so rigid. You really get to be creative. So for our practice, we did the word school, but now I'm going to show you how you can write a poem of your own choice. So right now, I want you to get out a clean piece of paper or a whiteboard. You can turn to the back of one of the pages in your poetry journal, as long as you have a blank space where you can write. And right now, I want you to choose a word that interests you. If you want to pause the video right now so you can think, that's okay. But once you come up with your word, something that you know you're interested in, you think it's fun, it's a favorite hobby, it's a favorite food, anything, I want you to write that word in the middle of your paper. And I'm going to write the word summer, because I love summer. I love being warm. I love all the fun things I get to do in summer. There's just a lot of things about summer that I enjoy. So that's going to be my word. I like to put a little circle around it, but you don't have to. And then off of the word summer, I'm going to write all these little lines coming out of it. Ironically, it's going to kind of look like a sun. But each word then is going to be something that comes to my mind when I think of the word summer. So I think, it's hot. I love vacations, going places with my family. I enjoy having just free time. I still have work to do, but it's kind of fun to do it on my own schedule. The beach is one of my favorite places. Just sunshine in general. It makes me so happy. Even if it's cold, if the sun shines, I'm happy. Pool, water, you might see a theme. I've got water, pool, beach. I love being by the water, whether it's the lake, anywhere. I love being with my friends. Thinking of the beach made me think, of towels and sand castles. You can't see it. I'm writing that over here. Towels, sand castles, sand, the ice cream truck, Sunshine maybe makes you think of sunscreen. This might make you think of a diving board. Honestly, you just go divining board. No. Diving. I'm not great at talking and writing at the same time. Oops. So you get the idea. Just fill your page with as many words as you can, because the more words that you have to choose from, the easier it's going to be to write your poem. And the more you're just really thinking about your theme, the easier it's going to be. So now that I have a lot of ideas in my head about summer, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a nice clean page, and I'm going to write the word summer over here, and I'm going to write it vertically like we do for an acrostic poem. So I'm going to start with a really simple one. For S, I think of the word sun. And then the sun makes me think of an umbrella, you know, those huge beach umbrellas that you put up to protect you from the sun. Sometimes the weather is a little bit muggy. So then, if I'm hot and muggy, I might want to make some lemonade, or maybe eat a little ice cream and just relax. Very simple words that came to mind when it came to summer. Notice how these, the first three and the last one are just one word, and then this is more of a little phrase. It can be all one word, it can be all phrases, they can be like longer sentences. It really doesn't matter. It's totally up to you, so have fun with that. But this is just an example of a really simple one. I'm going to show you one now that's a little bit different. So I'm going to write the word summer again. And this time I'm going to write more like sentences. So sunshine makes me happy. And you'd think I'd be done there, but I'm actually not. I'm going to start another sentence. And if we go up, notice I changed lines when I got to a U word, up to the beach, that makes, I switched when I got to an M word, me, another M word, even more relaxed. So this was almost like a sentence or like a little paragraph that instead of writing out as a paragraph, I wrote it as a poem. Sunshine makes me happy, and if we go up to the beach, that makes me even more relaxed. So two different ways I showed you to write an acrostic poem. One can be really short and sweet with very simple basic words, and other ones can just be a little bit longer and you kind of almost tell a story through your theme. It's really up to you, but no matter how you do it, I want you to choose a word that is fun for you. Be creative, and most of all, have fun. If you're not having fun doing it, choose a different word, because you should be having a good time with this. I am so excited to see the themes you come up with. Maybe it's going to be Legos or baking or archery or playing in the woods, or you guys have been doing so many fun things from home. So why don't you take those experiences and turn them into acrostic poem? I cannot wait to see what you come up with. Bye. Have a wonderful afternoon. Have fun being poets.